Right then, here we are at what's going to be day one of the new PC build. Thought I'd give a quick rundown of what the plan is, what I'm going to do and what parts I've got at this stage. Still waiting on a couple of things, but hopefully they'll be here in the next few days. Alright, so the plan is to start by focusing on the desk. I've got some paint, sandpaper and that kind of thing here to redo that. I'm hoping at this stage to do a base layer in matte black and then give this marble finish a go, which I kind of predict at this stage will actually look like garbage, but if it does we'll probably just go with another coat of matte black. I was just hoping to get something a little bit textured. I also got some matte white, possibly some highlighting. Second port of call, I want to fix up these speakers. They've got a little bit of damage to parts of them where their sort of vinyl coating is coming off, so I'm hoping to glue them back in. Obviously I need to deconstruct this computer. I'm going to reuse a couple of the hard drives and maybe some cables as well. We'll wait and see. I'm also going to probably use the power supply cables to get pins for my custom sleeving and maybe making some extensions as well, but we'll see how that goes. This new monitor's just arrived. This is an LG 34UC79G-B. I'm absolutely loving it, got it on sale during Black Friday, so that's awesome. Don't think I'll paint that at this stage, but I'm not the biggest fan. I mean, I like the red, but I'm going to go for a black and white thing, so we'll see how that goes. I've also just had this arrive. This is a LePi LP2020A amplifier. It's a dirt cheap Chinese brand, but powers these speakers really nicely, and it's actually outperforming my dying Technics SU-V3, which I have a couple of and I've absolutely loved, but this one's just on the way out. I've sort of taken it apart and had a few issues, so we're going to put it back together. Moving forward, I suppose, as far as the parts that are going to be involved, I've got an S340 Elite in matte black. I've got an EVGA 850 G2 power supply. That's an 80 plus gold. I decided to go with the Z370 Extreme 4 from Asrock for a motherboard. I've got myself nice 3TB blue from Western Digital, an i5 8600K for Intel obviously. I've also got some stuff here to work on some cables, an absolute ton of heat shrink and some white and black. Sorry, I'm missing with the camera. White and black there. I've got an LED strip that I'm actually thinking maybe modding because I've bought in some UV cathodes that haven't arrived yet, and I'm going to see if I can potentially hook them up to that. I'm still waiting on a Duke GTX 1080 to arrive, and some Triforce 16 gig of 2400 DDR4 RAM, and a PNY 256 gigabyte SSD for the install. Hopefully I'll update this video with them when they arrive. Otherwise, I think that's it at this stage. So I'm going to get stuck into the desk and switch this over to a time lapse of that. So cheers for watching. Hope you enjoy. So I'm an absolute dingus and didn't think to test the top coat, but that's alright, it's coming out somewhat okay. This is it at the moment. Made a couple of boo-boos. Maybe overdid the white slightly. Way overdid the white there. But from a distance, because the desk will be sitting on this end, I think it's bearable. So we'll see how it goes. Just have to do a top coat. Right, so I reckon we're pretty much done for day one. I've pitter-patted a bit and got the table roughly sorted. It's still not 100% dry, but it's sort of touch dry. I've hooked up the speakers to the new amp, attached the amp to the table, cable managed all of that. Let's see if it works, shall we? If we swing around. So this is where we're at currently. If the camera will focus. There we go. So the table's looking good. It's a bit more textured than I thought it would be. Speakers are speakers. Here's where I've hooked up the amp underneath, ready to go. And all the cables run back up under there. And I've just got for now the old phone playing. Let's take this back, shall we? Turn it up and hopefully you get some sound. Alright, it's working. Alrighty, so I've just looked at yesterday's footage and found that pretty much all of it was corrupted by the program I was using. So I'm now swapping to another one, so the footage before this will be a bit dodgy, but hopefully from here on it'll be good. These have just arrived. It's a MSI 1080 Duke, which I've heard really good things about, also really good value for money. PNY 240 gig SSD, which will be from my operating system, and some of the old Arctic 5. Don't know if you can see that. So yeah, let's get going. Alright, so again I've managed to lose some video, which is a bit of a shame, but I've just finished installing most of the hard drives and hooking up most of the power cables and that kind of thing. So at this stage, if I just swing around, this is what we've got inside. Most of it's all wired up and ready to go. I still have one SSD to attach. I'm thinking about maybe painting the ones that are on the top. I quite like the PNY one at the front, but the SanDisk and Kingston ones are a bit lower quality as far as the way they look. Got everything wired up in there. Have everything connected to the power supply, which is just outside at the moment. At the moment I haven't worried about much cable stuff. I'm just going to check it all works and that it all sits nicely inside before I get onto that. Still have my graphics card over there ready to go, and hopefully my water cooling stuff will arrive today or tomorrow, along with the RAM that I still need. So then it'll be good to go. Alright, I've just finished setting up the loop and I'm now doing just some drip testing. It's going nicely, it's pretty quiet. Most of the noise at the moment is actually coming from the fan in the PSU. That pump's real nice and quiet. I haven't got the fans going, but I have tested them to make sure they work. And it looks like it's running nicely at this stage. I'm very happy. So yeah, hopefully the RAM will arrive tomorrow, and then we'll chuck that in and do some cable management and then fire her up. Alrighty then, I'm just putting the last couple of final changes on the new PC build. I think this will probably be the last bit of video I do for the video, the last bit of recording that I do for the video that I'm uploading. But there's a couple of things I still need to change, so I'll address them in a second. But otherwise, here it is. I'll just back up a bit so you can see it all. That's basically the new setup, new desk, new monitors, speakers, etc, etc. A couple of the speakers are the things I need to do work on. The receiver for them, which is over here, has died, so I'll have to take that apart and try and fix that up. I have some of the speakers hooked up to my current amp, which is the little Pi over there, and they do just fine on that, but I would like to get them all hooked up eventually. In particular, the sub down here I'd really like to get going. Sort of breaking it down, I suppose. This is what we're all here for at the end of the day. It's come out absolutely perfectly. I couldn't have really hoped that it would go any better. For anyone that's interested as far as parts go, real quick rundown. I've got 3 SSDs, a MSI 1080 Duke, an Asrock Extreme 4 Z370 motherboard, an A240 water cooling loop from EKWB. What else have I got? An i5 8600K, a couple of Revo Tech, I believe the company is, UV strips with, let me check the fluid name over here, EC6 clear UV fluid, which comes out really nicely. I'm quite happy with it considering the confines of the case, and UV was a bit difficult to get in there. Otherwise, I'm sure I've forgotten something, but I'll write down below all the parts. Got them all on Black Friday, got some really good deals. Have the new 34-inch 144Hz monitor with a 24-inch 144Hz monitor as well. This is a custom 104 keyboard from WASD, a rival Fade from SteelSeries, Pure Track Talent, AT2020 condenser microphone, running with a preamp Icicle for its phantom power, and that's about it at this stage, to be honest with you. I'll turn off the lights and you can see what it looks like in the dark, with the sort of mysterious blue glow that I've got going with some LEDs as well. So as you can see, the UV glow is quite nice. I'm really happy with it. It was hard to kind of hide the UV bars, but from the sort of front viewing angle, I'm pretty happy with it. And then yeah, everything else is kind of set up, good to go. Happy as Larry with the nice eerie blue down there. Still a bit of cable management to do, but otherwise that's about it at this stage. Thanks very much for tuning in. Sorry the whole format of this video is a bit disjointed, but such is life. Cheers. Peace.